to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll run it here with Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Second down and 8. Back to throw, Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. To return, it's Brandon Powell. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. This is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. On the handoff, Jones. He'll take this down inside the 30. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from Houston coming up in a moment. "21" is the line to gain as we hit third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They look to run with Jones. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Now we'll get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up. Again, it's Jones. And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend the lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
When you get a big return like that, the offense takes the field with a lot more energy. They can see the end zone. They know they've got a short field. It brings a boost to the entire sideline when the special teams can have an impact play like we just saw there. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. inside the 10. It is caught. He is in. Take down. Touchdown, Texans.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Powell now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can fit.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. To throw is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. At their own 44-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, this is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. On the give, it's Jones. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. To throw is Darnold. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll lead to a second down. They run straight ahead with Jones. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to third down. Throwing, Darnold. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Call it a gain of 13. First down for Houston.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. Not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
They face second down and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here we go. To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The throw on the run is complete. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go play action with Stroud. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Howell now to bring it back. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the 1st. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. second down, goal to go. They'll run with Jones. And he's got another one. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And make it a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both. And when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a second down. In motion now, it's Collins. Mixon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Stroud. That is caught. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got 2 shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my rope, at the end of my rope. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Bucks, and it comes your way next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts and the champions of the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And taking the snaps, the quarterback now in his third. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jalen McMillan, the one he was looking for there. It's second down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll look to throw. Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And the Bucks. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. He'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
He'll find his running back, White, and he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard. The Buccaneers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Bucs offense. Here comes Otten in motion. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now, faking the give. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So we are at halftime, and the Buccaneers. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete. It's Jalen McMillan. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been...
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
you talking about. Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. They'll try and play with some pace early on. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw again. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown Buccaneers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the response.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A short one there to Otten. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday. After this, they're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Get this complete right side to Otten.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this out to his running back. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with White. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Here comes Otten in motion. He'll drop to throw. And this will pay off. It is caught. Paid Otten. Touchdown, Tampa. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. This one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of LSU. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Here's 3rd and 2. They send Evans in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. He'll look to throw. Going up top for Evans. That's caught! And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Right back to Evans. He's got it again.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's caught. It's Evans. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll run with White, and he will fight his way to the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Back to throw. to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to...
So now, out comes... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find his running back, White.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Working the right side. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, E.J. Speed. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 30. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Going up top for Evans. That is it.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Buccaneers, all that and more, coming up.
So the tip.
Let's go now.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll look to pick up the pace. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Now, following that sack.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor kind of.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Second and 10.
No touch that.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play. They'll
be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Mixon with a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw it. Flushed out right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Stroud working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 31 yards. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Eagles 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 39-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 39 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1 running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now 2nd and 9. Stroud. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this game. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Stroud looking to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Don't touch it.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Flush to his right. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Score Eagles 20, Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. already at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. In motion right is Smith. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
He may go back to the home and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third.
Eagles 20. Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Derek Stingley picks it.
That keeps the score Eagles 26, Texans 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the gun to give to Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Already.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Touchdown! Joe Mixon from 13 yards out. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for two. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So that effort gives them a three-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Running again with Barkley on second down. Whoa! It still won't go down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second down, 8 yards to go.
No touch it. No touch.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Hurts will throw. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Stroud to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her. She was at her knees. I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like okay, loser. Yeah. Okay, loser. I ain't on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my eye always watching. I said, okay, loser. We go way back. I won't say okay, boomer. brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I said loser, loser, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her steward. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser, ay.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, where we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
Getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some cloud around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change, just scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive our gang straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't feed on that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Houston. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up to the 42.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion over Samuel. Here comes the jet sweep. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Here's McCaffrey. Able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught. What a throw. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And this will be incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Makes the score Niners 14, Texans nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, Stroud. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. We are through one. The Niners have the early advantage. More from Houston coming up in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So Kittle comes in motion. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's Purdy. That one taken in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Talanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup. On second down, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is caught side of the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans get back in it. It is 21-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Purdy. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Fairbairn, good on-point effort. And the Texans draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
You can't teach speed, and a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A throw on the move is caught.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. First and 10. He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. To the 45. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He's able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Dell motioning over. They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up. Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll tuck it and take off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. Yeah! He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he'll go down, back at the 4.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Back to throw. Stroud. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now Purdy. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
So in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
They'll run here with Mixon. A second effort, and he is in. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, how often do we say it's a 1-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a two-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Mason. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Running left, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey, first down and more. And he's into the end zone yet again. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good for Houston Texans. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Again, it's McCaffrey. Past midfield to the 45. He will score again. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's first down. Mixon. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9, brings up second and 9.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Mixon. And that's going to be enough for a first down, taking this to the 34.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up.
Like damn, why I get a like Aaron, I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of down them streets to the boy alley hooping. I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you living on spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I been, I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Things I tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 in a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rat. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Where you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block gets shurned. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn, why pie get like yeah.
baby. Do what I should, baby. Point, baby. Do what I could, baby. Point, baby. Do what I should, baby. Point, baby. Do what I could, baby. Point, baby. Do what I should, baby. Point, baby. Do what I could, baby. Point, baby. Do what I should, baby. Point, baby. Do what I could.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go at the link. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
63, Miami.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He's on the move. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles are going to take over after the return is stopped at the 45. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Fred Warner. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Tiger Hornet.
Hurts now from the gun. Able to get it to Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great, set.
From the pistol, Hurts. He finds space, middle of the field. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get it down to a single point. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Returns looking good so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, 73.
They go to Barkley again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range, Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. On fourth down, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw by Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They send the tight end in motion. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here he is on third and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. 2nd and 10 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Hurts. Forced out to his right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Dre Greenlaw picks it off.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the 2nd half of a deadlocked game. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with McCaffrey. Across the 45 and still going. Works the sideline inside the 35. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, great stump there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Silver, set. Alpha. Great, set. Delta.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
That pass complete to Goddard. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Hey! Go Silver, ready?
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Motioning left is their running back. Hurts throwing again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hey, easy. 63, bad. Stand.
Another try following the sack. He lets one fly deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Great, set. Don't touch it.
Here's Hurts. He sends this one to the end zone. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on third down, but instead it's incomplete.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job, but you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Hey, easy, 63, bang. Try left Yanni. Don't touch it.
Back to throw it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Has a lane inside the 35. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Don't touch that. Don't touch it.
Hurts setting up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And we got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Great. Set. Crowd left Yanni. Don't touch.
Handoff headed right. Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Great, set.
Now Hurts. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, and they go right back to it. We'll take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring 1.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked. The Eagles have up to the races, middle of the field. He's at the 30. And they return it all the way back for 2 to minimize the sting of that opposing touchdown. Well, Brock, you never want to take the point after for granted, and this play shows why. However unlikely, we don't see it often, but there's always a chance that they can get through for the block, and then it's a foot race down the field.
And then you got to really give credit, right? In the credit pie, give a slice to everybody because it takes them all on special teams. It starts with making the block, and then everybody alert enough to transition to set up the return.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dotson now in motion right. On 1st down, Hurts. Chased out to his right. He's got Devontae Smith. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
63.
Running back sent in motion left. First down throwing for Hurts. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field, and they pick him off again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now it's McCaffrey. Down the sideline to the 45. And he gets this one down to the 27. Well, if you hear the excitement from the fans here, it's because they just showed it up on the scoreboard. This dude, now the single-game rushing yards record holder.
It started out well, and you're thinking, we got a chance that he gets 200 and beyond. And you realize he's got an actual shot at this, and now his name is in the record books.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The 49ers put up even more points in a win. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His 5th rushing score in this game alone. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just one more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hurts now from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers have it once again after yet another interception. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Oh, the Eagles are celebrating, and they did! They got that one back! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give, left side to McCaffrey. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a 49er first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throw in on 3rd and long. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get it as he makes his third interception of this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First down throw by Purdy. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers, they seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set.
Purdy setting up that play action. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back east with them.
She